This is a direct message to those who call themselves educated, thinkers, leaders, and anyone who's ever taken a paycheck and believed they understood the system. If you can read between the lines, you already know this message is not just words. It's a signal, part of something bigger. This is a real challenge, a test of intelligence, integrity, and depth. Because while the surface world, the so-called 3D world, has its place without characters and morals, it all collapses. The world is on a stage right now, a kind of World Series of consciousness. And the irony is that most don't even know they're in the game. So here's the real question. Can you evolve past labels, past ego, and past systems, and still live with principles when no one's watching? How you interpret this message says everything about you, not me. I'm just a messenger. And as for who I work for, well, I guess that's for you to figure out. I have a job. I just haven't been paid by the people who owe me a lot of money. 2020, 50 road. And the message, yeah, there's this big demon that's like behind you and living in the house. I'm like, yeah, I know. What's up, husband? Oh, that wasn't even recording. So I was talking, and that didn't even make sense now. So the whole intro is gone, but I'm not redoing it. Frankly, I don't want to redo it. So it was a good joke. It went somewhere, and it even had like a start, it had a middle, and it had an ending, and it was really good, frankly. But yeah, I'm not interested anymore. Sometimes like my train of thought goes elsewhere, and then they say that's ADD, I guess, right? But now that, you know, all our celebrities and everybody's on the same level of playing field, what's the difference between them doing their videos and selfies and just posted it, because that's all that's really happening around the world, frankly, and you, nothing. So your videos are equal to theirs, I think. So if they're equal, then you get to tell whoever you want to go fuck off. And frankly, like they're stuck in their house just the same as you, I'd imagine, right? So it's like this weird game, and you don't know who's playing it. But then you just kind of figure it out, like, because you follow the clues that they give you, because they put them everywhere, and then they just try to fuck with you. But you can't post that live anymore, like, because if you post it live, and if you're a woman, only if you're a woman, not if you're a man, don't worry, post whatever you want. Men post more, like, turn it up, go crazier, I guess. Just having my coffee. You see, you don't know, like, is this a game, a show? Can somebody be this nuts? Is this a whole plan? Yeah, obviously. But you have to have the whole picture. If you don't have the whole picture and all the pieces together, then it looks like fucking Gong Show, I would think. Makes perfect sense to me, so I'm entertained. Snoop's still laughing. He doesn't give a shit about quarantine. Some people are losing their fucking minds, and rightfully so. They should be angry. I've been angry about a lot of things in my life, to be honest. And it's finally that time where, you know, I'm tired, but I'm getting to the point where I have to do something about it, and I have to change. And as long as every day is better than yesterday, it's just a new adventure, right? So as long as I get to go to bed at the end of the night, and I get to sleep soundly, and I get to have beautiful dreams because I did the right thing all day long, but I also stretched it myself, meaning, like, what is the right thing? Maybe the truth is there is no right or wrong thing, because you're allowed to make mistakes. So it's like this whole big fucking endless circle of questions if you really start to fucking think, right? So people that are overanalyzers are starting to lose their shit right now, because they're like, what the fuck's happened to the world? Give me some fucking answers, and they can't get answers because there is no fucking math problem right now that you can fucking turn to that's gonna help you through this shit. So scientists are losing their fucking minds. They're becoming nut jobs. They're not in the club. They're not in the club yet. Dude, they're not in the fucking club. They don't get to see this shit. Don't show it to them. Don't show it to the scientists. They'll study you like a little ape. Little apes. My daughter gets so mad if if I talk about evolution. Like, it fucking makes her so angry. Angry. And then, like, I can't talk about it with her because if I laugh at her, she thinks I'm nuts. And then if I was posted this live, if this was a live video, but maybe you are watching it live, maybe you are, I don't know. Maybe they changed it, and then they changed the stuff, and then they say it's live, and then you don't know where it was actually first published, because it changes into from a documentary or from a person's iPhone to their computer, to a producer, to a critic, to a fucking ding dong, to Arnold, to whoever the fuck is on the other end, to some other stupid message, and you don't know where it really came from because they fuck around with you. But if you're a woman, let me tell you, bitch, if you're a woman, don't talk about that shit. Don't be creative. That's mental health. Numb the pain with something. Go overeat. Fucking shove food down your throat right now. That'll solve your problems. I did that for a long time. I would guess, I can imagine about 20 years. Yeah, a long time. It's okay. Forgive myself for it. I'm not mad at myself for it anymore because really, I didn't know any better, and I wasn't comfortable with my past, and I didn't like, the life that girl had, right? And all I could remember is pain in that girl's life. So I had to separate from that girl and see her as she is. Like, meaning when you're older and you're an adult, you have to look back and say, you know what? I did right by you. Are you now an adult who would go back into your own childhood and do something to save yourself from what happened to you? Or would you say, you know what? Given where I am now today, no, I'm okay with where I needed to go to get me to where I am today, because where I am today is exactly where I need to be. And the future is what it's going to be, really. Like, you can't put expectations on that, but you have to fight for it. So you have to do something every single day. You don't get to be in your comfort zone every single day. And what happens is when we get in our comfort zone, we get grumpy and miserable and bitchy and judgy and controlly and boring, and all of the things we hate about ourselves is what we see in everyone else. And then we start blaming and pointing the finger and telling everyone else it's their fault and it's their problem, and that's what ends up happening. And that's shit. That's shitty. That's I'm not impressed by that, frankly. It pisses me off, actually. Fucking pisses me off. And then you can't laugh. You can't laugh at your own jokes because then you must be crazy. That's a mood disorder. No, fuck that. I'm like, that's funny. That's a funny joke. Like, you can laugh at yourself because there's nobody else here because you're fucking crazy. You're in isolation. They know it. They know you're nuts. That's why you're in this group. Fuck you. That's why you got this video. They signed me up with you. I didn't fucking want you. They put us together. Fuck, what talents do you have? What are you bringing to the table? Fuck, I had to figure it out. I know. Do you know? Because, fuck. Like, I'm kind of getting bored, to be honest with you, frankly. Like, this is kind of getting fucked up, and I'm not really enjoying myself sometimes. So, what's happening? Really? Are you doing something about it, or are you just sitting on your ass? It feels like sometimes. Like, what is it? What is it? What are you creating every day to make the world a better place? And how are you saving it by saving yourself? Well, it's one of those fucking questions. Fuck you, bitch. I always love the people that say they don't believe in self-help. Fuck you. Well, you're making the planet shitty. Like, fuck. Somebody tell them to fuck off. Like, I don't see what the problem is with telling somebody that's an idiot to fuck off. I don't see that problem. Who else has it? Hello? Fucking in the movies, they reward people for shit like that. Braveheart, Gladiator, leaders. In the real world, crucify you. But now, the real world is this. Interesting. How did they know this was gonna happen? How did they know? How did they communicate those messages with the other people, the teammates, through the networks, through the marketing, through the shows, which programs, which sheets, who's on whose team, what? Is that a joke? It's Hollywood. How do you promote something? Jeez. Business. How do you sell a product? How do you make magic? How do you make Harry Potter? That's fucking genius is what it is. You appreciate your heroes. You remember how they bled for our freedom and for things. And it doesn't matter if it was like for, you know, like a hero like Martin Luther King. Recognize the story and acknowledge it, because it's so powerful, because the fact is that nobody deserves that injustice, and it's disgusting. And, you know, the sacrifices that Nelson Mandela and Mother Teresa and all of these people that just sacrificed. And we just take it for granted, and frankly, it's been forgotten. They're kind of pissed, frankly. Actually, I'm like really pissed. Generation that's become so greedy. So selfish. So self-centered. So righteous. Political. Cliquey. Whatever the fuck, I don't know. The list could go on. Frankly, I'm not impressed. Disappointed, I guess. And, you know, I'm not like I'm exactly in the fucking category, and I think that's the biggest problem, is that I don't want to reward myself until I do what's necessary to earn that reward. And I guess I do it every single day, and I repeat that every single day. However, I don't live in fucking Groundhog Day, so I rather feel the pain of the past so that I can be in the present and work toward my future. So that's what I was doing, and that's what healing PTSD is when you can't remember, you have to go back. And a lot of people don't want to do that. I get it. I understand. However, like, okay, get over it. That was your moment. That's it. Because you already know. And I'm not going to be like the others, because that's not how I train, and it's not how I teach. Because I'm so much like you. I don't like that. I don't like moving forward and getting the rewards, I guess, because I've been so comfortable with my story and my past and playing the martyr. I don't feel sorry for me. You know, oh, I'll tell you this one. Fuck that. You want to talk about that shit? Yeah, I think it was in grade 9. I hated gym class so much. I hated it. I was so lazy that I didn't want to run in the track. And then I said, well, fuck, I'm going to have to do something about that. So I made up a story that somehow, and I got the 2 other guys cut across the cornfield with me. And then, of course, I fucking sprained my ankle. I, like, sprained it. So then the whole fucking school came back, or whatever the class. I don't know who. Oh, what an idiot. Like, what an idiot. So I totally got busted on that. I was totally busted. And I got in a lot of trouble. I sometimes do stupid shit. Like, I was trying to say, like, fuck, just go for the run, Candace. Fucking go for the run. No, how to make it more complicated. I guess I still do that to this day. So, otherwise, I'm bored. Otherwise, I'm in Groundhog Day. Why do I want to live on Groundhog Day? I don't like Groundhog Day. Not my style. Ugh. As soon as it gets like that, life gets boring, I'm out. It's boring, I'm out. Fuck that shit. I'm not doing the same thing every day all the time. That's fucked up. Are you feeling that way? Because if you're feeling you're doing the same shit every day, what the fuck's wrong with you? Open it up. Have some fun. Be yourself. Why not? Because you don't need to pretend. So we can all grow together. Some shit like that. Thing is though, I only want to do, I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to do morning shows, which I was like, I'll commit that to that. I don't want to work on the weekends. And then relax in the afternoon maybe. And then, but I like my other creation. So I have to like also get off, like I want to get my automated system up and running, which is what I've been working on. That's the truth. So that I can have a bit of a break, because it has to come from all different ways and it needs to be set up. So that's the cool thing.
You can flick around the different stations, and the rumors are that Joe Rogan's going to be one of them. The Joe Rogan radio station. That's interesting.
Grand Theft Auto.
You know, because one of my dreams has always been to be a voice on the Grand Theft Auto radio. Like, duh, I do this for a living and I love the video game. Right. Obviously, that's a dream.
Yeah, make believe. Sure. Which rabbit did you follow? Because you could be in big trouble if you followed the wrong one.